My name is Stephan Gane, President of the Engineers Council, and it is my honor to present this year's Distinguished Engineering Project of the Year. This year's Project of the Year award is about a milestone on humanity's collective journey into the cosmos. It is a journey that began in many places and many cultures. As the Phoenicians, Polynesians, Norse, Somalis, and many other cultures ventured out into the oceans, humanity continued our quest to discover what lay beyond the horizon. Yet all that time, we were constantly looking toward the heavens, sometimes in wonder, sometimes for divine guidance, sometimes just to tell a good story, and sometimes with that unslaked human thirst for discovery and our fingers pointed skyward. There, our destiny lies there. On September 12th, 1962, President Kennedy powerfully transformed that collective vision into a national mission.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
Although executed by the United States, this was still the journey of us all, the fractious family that is humanity, and the journey culminated with humanity's first steps on the moon on July 20th, 1969, and one giant leap for mankind. We had made it. It cost money. It cost lives. But humanity had achieved that which our ancestors could not have even imagined was possible. On December 14th, 1972, as Gene Cernan and Harrison Smith finished doing the most American thing possible, driving a car on the moon, Cernan spoke these words, the last spoken by a human being standing on the surface of the moon. And I paraphrase, as I take man's last step from the surface, I'd like to just say, that America's challenge of today has forged man's destiny of tomorrow. And as we leave the moon, we leave as we came, and God willing, as we shall return, with peace and hope for all mankind. And all these years, but for our wondrous landers and orbits and robots, and those of other nations, the lunar surface has been quiet. But this story does not end there. And although the moon may have been quiet, here at home, we were not. There's an old saying, maybe it comes from the savannas of Africa or maybe from the steppes of Eurasia, but it's true regardless. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So when we think of the part of the story that I've just told you, when Alan Shepard touched the heavens in May 1961, when astronauts Lovell, Swigert, and Hayes used their lunar module as a lifeboat in April 1970, when John Young and Robert Crippen launched like a rocket and landed like a glider in April 1981. All of these feats and many more just as technically stunning feats were accomplished by the leadership of our National Aeronautics and Space Administration. And, this is important, by their mighty industrial teams, without whom none of this happens. Let me say it again. If you want to go far, go together. And so, in November 2022, as Artemis roared to life amidst the thunder of the burning rocket gases and perhaps even louder shouts of excitement and adulation from the tens and thousands of professionals that comprise the Artemis 1 industry team, you could hear the echoes of their predecessors across the decades saying, "Well done, boys and girls." But this is just the beginning. And here we go.
And here we go. Hydrogen burn-off igniters initiate. 7, 6, 5. Four-stage engine start. 3, 2, 1. Boosters in ignition. And liftoff of Artemis 1. We rise together back to the moon and beyond.
We are all part of something incredibly special, the first launch of Artemis.
This view of Earth from a human-rated spacecraft not seen since 1972 during the final Apollo missions.
Distant retrograde orbit. We're going to be about 38,000 miles away from the lunar surface. We're going beyond anywhere we ever went for Apollo.
The Orion spacecraft is barreling its way back home after circumnavigating the moon and beyond in an elliptical distant retrograde orbit. Splashdown. Orion, back on Earth.
And if you ask the Artemis 1 industry team, I am sure they would emphatically agree. This is just the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you the 2024 Engineers Council Distinguished Engineering Project of the Year, the Artemis 1 Industry Team.